Hi viewers, you're welcome once again to your one and only program, Building Creative Minds for Synergy, brought to you by Universal Empire. And today, again, we are continuing in our topic series, Building Global Leadership and Politics, Season 6. I am Sir Bamba. In today's discussion, we shall be considering how leaders emerged in every society. The first thing I would like us to understand is that over time, we realize that everyone tends to see leaders as superhumans. No. Leadership is not rocket science, and leaders are not astral beings. We all came from the same society. Leaders are made by the followership. Whatever becomes the followership determines what the leaders will be. The followership itself is made up of the values and mentality of a society. In a sense, there must be structures and systems to run the people. And where there is nothing of such, like I said in one of our previous epistles, talking about the followership as having two classes of followers, the leading followers and slave followers. And then whatever kind of followers that makes up the society determines what becomes the leadership of society. For instance, if you have leading followers in the society dominating such terrain, what they produce in such society are technocrats and democrats who will build the society and skyrocket the territory at universal dominance. But when you have slave followers, what you produce are tyrants and dictators who rape the growth or development of the society, and in turn, they pollute the society with irresistible corruption, absurd corruption. That is like what we find ourselves back here in Nigeria, dominating the place. Corruption is all over the place. The entire land is so polluted with wickedness from all directions because the class of people we have as a society are simply slave followers. Let me quickly point out this, that the throne does not make a leader. What makes a leader is the values, the qualities, and the mentality he commands that overwhelmed him. The throne is only but a platform to showcase or to display what you have in the inside of you. You can't give what you don't have, and you can't take the society to a height you never prepared for. That is why over time, especially in the case of Nigeria, one leader will come to the throne, will condemn that leader till the end of his leadership. And when another leader comes in, we will still discover that the new one, the sitting leader, will become worse, far worse than the former. That has been the trend from independence, where we started governing ourselves to today. We never had a leader who came up to become better as a successor than the predecessors. The only leader we had somehow as a good leader, I use the word somehow because the time duration was too short to assess him and conclude by saying he was a good leader, was no one else but Umaru Musa Yar'Adua. He was the only one. Like I said once again, the time was too short to analyze, assess him, and qualify him to be good or to be bad. But within the limited time, he had shown himself to be a good leader. Perhaps if not for that, he may have really served us well. Apart from him, the rest of the leaders we'd ever heard from independence till today, they are serving themselves, looting the coffer of a nation to themselves and making us believe that it is not their fault. And one of the symptoms among them is the fact that any leader who is not productive, who is not creative, who is not progressive, will keep blaming the predecessor and never stop blaming the predecessor without doing anything better than what the predecessor did. Instead, do worse. And that is the future or the characteristics we see in all the leaders in Nigeria. It is unfortunate that such a society will never develop. That is where we find ourselves in, yet all of us won't decide to develop. We are a people who are like crocodiles that eat its own eggs. We are like a society called crabs in a basin community. We are not progressive because we are not willing to allow progress to foster itself in our society. Before progress will begin to have its tentacles settle in Nigeria or development, first thing first is that we must work in our mentality, in our values. We must check our systems. We must check our structures. We must balance what it takes to move forward. It doesn't matter what you have as resources. I'm talking about material resources. If you don't have human resources, you can never move such society forward. I think we're going to continue from here in subsequent episodes. Join us as we proceed in subsequent episodes. Turn on your notification bell, subscribe, like, share, comment, visit our website, WhatsApp or call us. Check details on the screen. I am your host, Sir Bam Bam. Thank you.